Welcome to Review Radar, where we cover gear that deserves to be on your radar. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a new backpack from Tortuga. We're going to be taking a look at a key organizer we've been testing for over 6 months and a small laptop charger that can save a lot of space in your pack, plus much more. I'm Tom, the founder of Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and ringing that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever we post a new video. All the 10 products we're going to be featuring in this video have full reviews over at the website, so make sure to check all the links in the description below that include buying options that help support the channel at no additional cost to you. Let's jump in. We've already dropped our big roundup video of all the new Peak Design Everyday V2 products, and we've done full reviews on the 30-liter Everyday Backpack and 20-liter Zip. And now I'm excited to say that we reviewed every single one of the slings, and especially used the 3-liter version quite a bit, since it fits our camera gear very well. All of the slings here received an 8 and higher in rating, which in short means that they're great, and we'll cover a little bit more now. First and foremost, it's important to note that they are all designed for carrying cameras. Now, they're really great for cameras, they're nice and structured. However, if you're carrying smaller EDC items, just stuff out of your pockets, it may not be the best sling for you, since they are a little bit on the larger side. Something we really like about these slings is the ability to quickly swing them from your back to your front with help of the swivel strap. It just makes it really easy to swing around and get your camera out quickly to grab that shot. We also like that you can customize the organization inside using the FlexFold dividers, but we were disappointed to see that they got chewed up and had some durability issues a little bit quicker than we expected. Mark, our video editor and camera guy, has been using the Peak Design 3-liter sling quite a bit while we've been out shooting. If you're looking to hold more, the 6-liter can hold a tablet of up to 11 inches, and the 10-liter can hold a laptop up to 13 inches. And of course, the size that you go with, if you decide on grabbing one of these, is also going to depend on how much camera gear that you need to carry around with you. We've been testing the Key Organizer from Jibbon, an Australian company, for about the last 6 months, and it's one of our favorite key organizers to date. We're big fans of the premium look and feel, which is largely due to the Italian leather. It just feels great in the hand, which is awesome, considering we use this thing a lot in everyday life. We also like how easy the Jibbon Key Organizer is to use. Simply place your keys on the interior screw post, tighten down, and snap the other side on top when you're finished. There's also a fixed D-ring on the end of the organizer that is unlike others on the market. It's a small detail, but we really like that it stays in place, and of course, it's great for attaching things like your car keys or larger fobs. This thing can hold up to 5 keys or 9 with the extender post. Something that we have noticed though is that it starts to look a little bit awkward when you have this thing filled up with keys. It kind of gets a weird triangular shape, and it's not a deal breaker, but just something to note if you plan on carrying around a lot of keys within this organizer. The Tortuga Outbreaker travel backpack is one of the highest rated travel backpacks on our site. And when we heard Tortuga was coming out with a 27-liter Outbreaker laptop backpack, we were excited to get our hands on it. This new pack keeps the same aesthetic, materials, and hardware as the larger bag, with the main difference being the intended use case. At 27 liters, this bag is ideal for minimal travel, weekend trips, and even daily use as a tech day pack. Taking a look inside the pack, there's not one, but 2 quick grab pockets on the front. The top pocket doesn't have much depth, so it's best for small items, whereas the bottom pocket has slightly more room for your traditional quick grab items. The front compartment of this bag has a ton of organization, which can come in handy, and the main compartment just behind opens up fully clamshell and is great for packing cubes and pouches. Finally, the tech compartment on the back is large enough to fit the new MacBook Pro 16-inch, and there is space for cables and chargers as well. After 2 weeks of testing this bag, as well as comparing it to other similar Tortuga products in the line, we can comfortably say that this is a great addition to the Tortuga ecosystem. If you'd like to know more about this bag, make sure to check out our full detailed review, link in the description below. The Bellroy Classic Pouch is a versatile organizer with a premium look and feel. We've mainly been using this pouch to organize tech accessories, but it can be used for a bunch of different things as well, whether it's toiletries, cosmetics, stationery, or just another area where you want to keep other random bits and bobs together. But if your primary use case is toiletries, make sure to check out the Bellroy DOP kit over on our website as well for more information. The bottom line is this pouch has a nice amount of internal organization that's not too much and not overkill, but it's enough to organize your stuff. We especially like the 2 stretchy mesh pockets that can fit a MacBook power brick and USB-C cable almost perfectly. And there's a liner pocket on the other side, which is a great place to put a small notebook like field notes. Now this pocket does close with a magnet at the top, which is a nice idea, but we found it doesn't stick as well as we'd have liked in our testing. It's slightly disappointing, but not a huge issue. Overall, the Bellroy Classic pouch is a solid, sophisticated pouch that should serve you well, both in your everyday life and while you're traveling. YETI makes a ton of different size Ramblers, and in this video, we're gonna be focused on the 12-ounce Rambler with the HotShot lid. Like all bottles in the line, this thing will keep a hot drink hot and a cool drink cold for hours. You can use this size and cap combination for water, tea, lemonade, or any other non-carbonated liquid, but this bottle really shines as a portable coffee mug. Not only is 12 ounces a great size for coffee, the 360-degree lid allows you to sip from any side without creating a vacuum of suction inside of the YETI Rambler. It screws onto the bottle like normal, but once secured, you can give the middle a half turn and sip your drink without searching for the opening. These details may sound small, but it did take a little bit of convincing to pull this away from our tester that was using it for 2 weeks and move them on to the next bottle. You can also unscrew the middle all the way if you'd like to take a big gulp of something or to cool off your piping hot coffee to an appropriate drinking temperature. The stainless steel makes this thing extremely durable, however, it does come in pretty heavy. Together, this thing clocks in at 1 pound or 16 ounces when empty. That's all right if you'll be taking this thing to and from work or to and from coffee shops. However, if you are one bag traveling where every ounce counts, it could present to be a bit of a problem. If you're looking to take your belt game to the next level, Arcade should be on your radar. We've been testing their Midnighter Adventure belt almost daily for 6 months in Detroit, Michigan, and we've taken it on trips to Belize, Oregon, and Arizona too. This lightweight and low profile belt is 90% nylon and 10% rubber, which makes it very stretchy, and it kind of feels like a resistance band. This is a little strange at first, as belts aren't typically stretchy, but the tension helps it stay in place nicely and it's easy to buckle. The belt is also adjustable. You tuck the excess band into a small elastic loop on the inside. This design makes everything look clean and tidy, but the doubled up fabric can get a little bulky. This belt is great for travel because there are no metal parts, and this means that you can leave it on when you go through airport security and it won't set off the metal detector. We've tested this on domestic and international flights without any problems, but that being said, if a TSA agent does see you wearing a belt, they're more than likely going to have you take it off. And of course, this always depends on the individual TSA agent. To date, it's been holding up pretty well, except for some pilling that's happening on the back of the belt. Note that this may not happen with belts of other material like leather. If you like a simple and minimal aesthetic and want some stretch in your belt, the Arcade Midnighter Adventure belt could be a solid option for you. The recently updated 2020 model of the Triple Aught Design Axiom 24 is a pleasure to use and one of the most comfortable carries we've used to date. There's a ton going on with this bag, so feel free to go check out the full review over on the website. However, we'll try to share the highlights in 1 minute. Although crinkly, the VX21 ripstop material on this pack pairs well with the weather-resistant YKK zippers to create a bag with great weather resistance. We've tested this while walking around Portland in drizzly December, and no water got inside of the bag. Externally, this is a sleek and streamlined pack, and 64% of our audience over at PackHacker on Instagram agree with us. If you want to be involved in future aesthetic polls, make sure to follow us at PackHacker on Instagram. Moving on, the incredible harness system is comfortable to use while wearing the bag even for hours at a time while it's fully loaded. Plus, there's some solid organization inside of the pack too. We're big fans of the inverted water bottle pockets on the inside. It does eat up some interior space when not in use, but it's a clever way to implement a water bottle pocket without affecting the streamlined look on the exterior. We're also digging the useful quick grab pocket at the top and the fact that the main compartment opens up fully clamshell. This pack does have a steeper price tag due to the high quality materials and the fact that it's made right here in the USA. It is expensive, but it could be an option worth investing in. A bulky laptop charger is usually a necessity when traveling with a laptop. However, the RAVPower 61 watt wall charger is here to change that. This thing works for MacBooks, tablets, Nintendo Switches, and more. It weighs in at a mere 3.7 ounces, and it's nearly a quarter of the size of the 15 or 16 inch MacBook Pro power brick. 61 watts is plenty for most tablets and laptops of 13 inches. It's important to note though that it's slightly underpowered for the larger MacBook Pros. We've been using ours with a 15 inch MacBook Pro, and while it's not necessarily recommended, the downside we've encountered is that it takes longer to charge and the brick can get quite hot while in use. But we don't mind the slower charge in this thing because the size and weight is a game changer for travel. Other than its size, we're digging the foldable prongs that keep it compact while not in use, as well as the LED indicator that tells us whether or not something's charging. The RAVPower 61 watt does not come with a USB-C cable, so you'll need to pick one up if you don't have one. We're big fans of Anker, and we recommend grabbing the longest one you possibly can. We link to a couple in the review of this thing over on the website, so make sure to check that out. Perfecting your travel wardrobe can take years, so when you find a really great item that you can just slot right in, it is a great feeling, and that's the exact case that I personally had with the Woolen Prince Heavy Crewneck Long Sleeve Sweater. We've been testing this thing for over a year, and it's even made it into our Digital Nomad packing list. Merino wool is great for travel thanks to its odor, stain, and wrinkle resistance, as well as temperature regulation. And that's not all with this crew neck. This specific blend of 78% merino and 22% nylon Woolen Prince uses is less likely to pill, has higher durability, and it's more likely to hold its shape. When it comes to the look, it is a simple and minimalistic design that is quite versatile. Throw it over a button up and you'll be ready for a meeting, or wear it on its own, roll up the sleeves, and you're ready to explore the city. The stitching is nearly perfect and the craftsmanship is top notch, except for the tag. We know it's a nitpick, but the heat press tags in all of the Woolen Prince items we've tested have washed out, so we just have to bring that up. That being said, if you take care of this sweater, it will likely be in your travel wardrobe for years to come. We're still wearing the Lems Boulder boot we tested previously, and when we learned they were coming out with a waterproof version, we were excited to get our hands on them. The slushy and wet Detroit winter proved to be the perfect testing ground for these boots. We're happy to confirm that after solid testing, including jumping into a bunch of puddles and snowbanks, these boots are indeed waterproof. The leather is super soft, we're digging the style, and AJ, our managing editor that's been testing them, has received a ton of compliments on them too. Along with the addition of being waterproof, these boots have the same features that the original Lems Boulder boots have as well. They're lightweight, compressible, and feature a wide toe box and zero drop design. If you don't need your boots to be waterproof, we recommend picking up the original version. However, there are plenty of situations where that extra weather resistance can come in handy. So there you have it, our first episode of Review Radar. We'd love to hear what you think of this new format in the comments below. And of course, head over to packhacker.com if you want to learn more information and see the full reviews of any of the products mentioned in this video. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.